we'll give them da'wah. They wanna know what a Muslim does, we'll give them da'wah. When they wanna hate on our deen, we'll give them da'wah. Who's the one and only? Nobody but Allah. Let me break it down right now for you. See da'wah is a call to you. It's an invitation to change your life. Calling you to see the truth. Back in the day I was living a lie.
My response to that, as someone who, I think it's what Jonathan was saying before, I think Judaism is a religion that can't be read in isolation. You have, if you read the Old Testament, you believe crazy things if you don't have the.
So it's not clear enough.
No, because we don't make any clear.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Let's speak.
So in Judaism, we have the tradition that actually the Torah can be interpreted. Its national interpretation almost is defined by the consensus of the rabbis and the community. It's too long a process to explain in a quick few minutes. But I understand that you can't read the Old Testament in isolation. If you do, you have like what the Christians have in maybe America, where you have like dinosaur museums and all kinds of.
But here's the thing: you see, after the final messenger of God, there's no need for me to go to any previous scripture.
After the okay, that's working on the assumption that it is the final messenger of God.
Obviously.
Which, obviously, as Jews, we don't believe.
Well, you don't believe in Jesus, do you?
No. But there's nothing wrong with that. Just like there's nothing wrong with you believing in Muhammad.
No. There's a difference.
No, because you look really smugly when you said that, and I'm not looking smugly.
No.
Okay, sorry.
No, what I'm saying is, you deny the Quran doesn't surprise me because you deny Jesus.
He's talking about the steps.
Because the Quran speaks about Jesus anyway. So of course you need to deny the Quran because you're rejecting Jesus anyway. Yeah. So see, here's the difference. You reject Jesus. Yeah. The Christians mock and question you for rejecting Jesus. Yeah. And yet the Christians do exactly the same thing to Muhammad. So. Now the difference between Muslims is we accept all of the messengers of God.
But you don't, because you believe that those messages have been corrupted.
No, we accept the messengers.
No, okay, so what I'm saying is, because you kind of climbed up onto your pedestal and said, I just want to replay because maybe I'm misunderstanding. But I feel that you just climbed up onto a pedestal and said, look, we accept all these messengers that you reject. Yeah,
we accept.
But you don't, because what Jews don't, the Torah of Moses as we believe it is not the Torah that you believe, because you believe there is a different Torah that I assume that was corrupted.
No.
And the one we have today is corrupted.
No, the Quran says.
Can I just?
You can't talk about the Quran.
Okay, I don't want to put words.
You discredit. You've been discredited, mate.
The Quran says that Muhammad sent down the Quran.
You quote the Quran. Don't quote the Quran. Don't quote the Quran.
Muhammad sent down the Torah.
Don't quote the Quran. It's going to embarrass you again.
No, it's not.
You don't understand the Quran. Don't quote it.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I would assume you think the Torah we have today is Tarif.
I wouldn't assume anything with me, to be honest with you.
Okay. Most Muslims I speak to say that the Torah that I read in synagogue every week is corrupted. And I would assume, because that's the mainstream Sunni consensus today, that that's actually a corruption of the words. Yeah. So is that a fair assumption?
If you're trying to say, is the Torah you read today the Torah mentioned in the Quran, I would say no.
Okay. And so that's my point. So it's very good that you come up and you say that actually we respect all the prophets, but in the reality you don't. You accept the message of Muhammad. That's
what's the message of Moses?
The message of Moses, we believe, the overriding message of Moses was to create a utopia on this world, to perfect this world. It's basically one of our greatest rabbis. Someone came to him who said, if you can convince me in one sentence and what the Torah, teach me all of the Torah in one sentence, I'll convert to Judaism. And the rabbi said that treat others as you wish to be treated. Right. The rest of the Torah is commentary on that theme. So in Judaism, the purpose of the religion is kind of.
Whoa, well, there's quite a lot of. When you say Torah, are you referring to the Old Testament?
I'm referring to the Old Testament. To be honest with Jews, it's more than the Old Testament.
Chapter 3, verse 3.
So all of the killing and rapes and butcherings and all that business.
Is he who has sent down
that's treating man as you treat yourself.
So
and the Torah and the Gospels.
Okay, so again,
according to the Quran, according to the Quran, Allah sent down the Torah and the Gospels, and Muhammad confirmed them. Muhammad confirmed them.
We don't deny that. You're getting tired of you.
He didn't say they've been twisted.
We don't deny that. Allah.
And also, you guys are saying a lot
Chapter 3, verse 84. Muslims believe in what was revealed.
Huh?
chapter 4, verse 130 says, believe in the Quran and the scriptures that came before it.
Read that from your
That's what the Quran says. That's what the Quran says.
Okay, show me where the Bible's mentioned.
It says the Torah.
Show me where the Bible's mentioned.
It says the Torah and the Jewish scriptures.
Show me where the Old Testament's mentioned.
The Old Testament is called the Torah.
No. What's the Quran referring to? What was given to Moses?
The Torah.
The Torah was given to Moses.
The Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
One second, let me change the battery.
Muhammad believes in the Torah and the Gospel.
Islam, they'll take verse of Quran and they'll take it out. They'll take a portion of it, and then they'll attach another verse of Quran from somewhere else to it. So you read it as if it's one verse.
Yeah. Before he uses the Quran.
It's bogus, man. Quote the first part of it and ignore the rest. For example, they make this idea that the Quran mentions a trinity. Who's that? Lazar, whatever it is. Well, it says what Allah says about these three. And the next verse says these are nothing but names your forefathers made up. Right? So Allah says you're saying this, and this is the reality. But what they do in answering Islam, they'll just quote that bit. The three. No, I know. So this is what Answering Islam like to do. And I've realised, first of all, I thought there was a bit of integrity there, but I realised it's pure dishonesty. Yeah? It's just ridiculous. And the way that it gets regurgitated is half the reason why we come here and do what we do. Because we're refuting these pathetic arguments now in the park, alhamdulillah, that when these pathetic arguments get regurgitated around the world, people have mechanisms to deal with them.
You know how often,
you understand?
You know how often we go on to Jews for Judaism to counter Christian arguments that they use?
Honestly, subhanallah. When a Christian quotes the Old Testament, I go for Jews for Judaism. And I use that same, I go to that same verse they're trying to quote. Yeah, I'll give you an example. This was so funny. A Christian site tried to use the Old Testament to prove original sin, and they quoted this verse. The Jews, I think it was the Jews for Judaism, something like that, used the same verse. Was it them or was it the Unitarians? Oh, no, I think it was the Jews. Used the same verse to believe the opposite.
Yeah.
Same verse.
What was the verse? Can you
I can't remember, man. But I remember what he did because I went to that verse and it's the same verse. They're both using the same verse but different meanings. So as a Jew, let me ask you. You know, I do believe in Isaiah. Do you accept the book of Isaiah? So who is the prophet mentioned in 42:10?
You'll have to tell me, read it. You haven't memorised Isaiah. I'm not a scholar. Yeah, what does the verse say?
Where it talks about the one who will make the deserts rejoice, the lands of Kedar enjoy.
So let me read it in context.
Yeah. Go on. Start from 42.
It's the same Torah.
No, it's not.
If it had been changed, he would have said, he would know in the Quran and said,
Stop quoting the Quran like you understand it. Jonathan,
I could
stop it.
I like.
Stop it.
I won't put
Stop
words in
it.
your mouth, and you don't
Go
have to put words
gain
in my
understanding
mouth.
before speaking.
Thank you. I have already.
Jonathan, go gain understanding.
Nowhere in the Quran does it say the Torah's been changed. Nowhere in the Quran does it say the Torah's been changed. It does say that the Jews used to take pages and read from some, not from others. So I agree, yes, in the past, Jews have been wrong regarding the way they portrayed the Torah. But he didn't say the Torah's been changed, he just said they read some parts and neglected others. And it tells us that in the book of Jeremiah. Our own book said we did that as well. Yes, but the Torah which you can find today and at the time of Muhammad is the same one that's spoken about by Muhammad.
The earliest Torah you have after Moses.
I went to you to stop saying anything.
The earliest Torah, 1,350 years. Yeah,
That's a long time, isn't it? 1,350 years between.
And do you know they found that the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Torah's Dead Sea Scrolls, 2,000 years old.
What does the Torah teach?
They're exactly this. Wait on. They're exactly the same as the Torahs you find today. They haven't been changed. They've been changed. You see, Dead Sea Scrolls Torah say that, and these ones are different. But no, they're exactly the same.
Just because I run a different website, which is judaismislam.com, and I often put my refutes, which I have for people on there, so it's way easier. I don't need to memorise it. So I responded this a while ago.
Oh, fantastic. 42:10.
What it says is in that same verse, it says, verse 6, it says, I am the Lord, I called you with righteousness, and I will strengthen your hand. I formed you and I made you for a people's, and I made you for a people's covenant, for a light to the nations. Now the Torah, when it uses the term a light to the nations, it's from the Old Testament where it says you should be a light unto the nations, and it's always referring to the Jewish people. It then goes on to talk about Kedar and rejoicing, but it's literally
No. So who is the one mentioned in 42:10?
So
42:10 onwards.
Yes. 42. So I'll read the whole thing in context.
Start from 42:1. I don't mind.
No, it's what you were saying before.
No, start from 42:1.
Okay, 42:1. Okay, we're going to be here for a while, and I've got a terrible reading voice. What time do we have to go? Okay, really soon. Behold my servant, I will support him, my chosen one.
It's quite a good reading voice, Muhammad.
Whom my son soul desires, I have placed my spirit upon him. He shall promulgate justice to the nations. He shall neither cry, nor shall he raise his voice, and he shall not make his voice heard outside. A breaking reed, he shall not break. Interesting. Sorry, I'm pointing to the miswak. So let me finish. And a flickering flaxen wick he shall not quench. The truth shall he execute. Neither shall he weaken, nor shall he be broken, until he establishes justice in the land, and for his instruction. Islands shall long. So said God, the Lord, the creator of the heavens, and the one who stretched them out, who spread out the earth at what springs from it, who gave a soul to the people upon it, and a spirit to those who walk up thereon. And now this is the important one for me. So it's just, I'm just emphasising.
Yeah.
I am the Lord. I called you with righteousness. So still talking to the same subject because using the word "you" with righteousness, and I will strengthen your hand. And I formed you, and I made you for a people's covenant, for a light to the nation. So this is the important part from a rabbinic Jewish perspective. To open blind eyes, to bring my prisoners out of a dungeon, those who sit in darkness out of a prison. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory I will not give to another, nor my praise to the graven images. The former things, behold, they have come to pass, and the new things I tell. Before they sprout, I will let you hear. Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise from the end of the earth. Those who go down to the sea and those therein, the islands and their inhabitants, the desert and its cities shall raise their voice. Kedar shall be inhabited with villages. The rock dwellers shall exult from the mountain peaks, and they shall shout. They shall give glory to...
So which Bible are you using there?
So this is probably...
Because what you've done, you've interpreted a word there. Sella. You ignored the word Sella.
Qaidar too, Qaidar.
No, Qaidar he said. You ignored the rock dwellers. No, because the rock dwellers, when you translate the rock dwellers, it says Sella.
Salah is in Medina. It's not
Sella is Medina. So the question we ask is, which messenger of God came and made the city of Medina sing with joy?
Is the mountain near to the mosque.
And established as well. Who established?
And if you continue, came as a mighty warrior and turned the idolaters back in utter shame.
And
Who
he
did
doesn't
that?
cry, and he doesn't this, and he doesn't...
And a light to the Gentiles.
2 minutes, just go into the Hebrew.
So what, they've taken that word out, yeah?
No, where it says, it should say Sella.
Yeah.
And Sella is a mountain in Medina. And they've translated it as rock dwellers.
Exactly, yeah.
And what it says basically is that God will send a messenger. He'll make the deserts, the land where Kedar inhabits. Who is Kedar? Kedar is one of the descendants of Ishmael. Ismail. So this is the Arabs. So a messenger of God is going to come and make the people who live in the deserts rejoice. And it says Sella, yeah? And the people of Sella sing with joy. Now Sella is Medina. So the question is this: which messenger of God made the desert rejoice? Yeah, go on.
Okay.
And made the city of Medina sing with joy. And came as a mighty warrior. And turned the idolaters back in utter shame. Who cleaned out idolatry from the Holy Land?
Muhammad
So basically, your entire argument...
No. I'm just asking the question: who is it?
Yeah, so
Christians will claim it's Jesus, by the way.
So
He established nothing.
So the Jewish understanding, speaking about the Messiah who's going to come from.
No, keep reading. I like it.
No. But can I just finish? Whenever it uses the term "light unto the nations," it's talking to the Jewish people. Yeah. I mean, because it's in Devar, I think it's Devarim, where it says you're a light unto the nations. Yeah, you will be a light unto the nations. So in Hebrew, certain words are used to describe certain things. So whenever it says achi, that's usually referring to, or always referring to the Jewish people. When it says a light unto the nations, it's always referring to the people because it's confirmed in the 5 books of Moses.
That doesn't change the prophecy, though.
No.
That wouldn't change the... Because obviously we believe that the prophet came from the Jews as well.
No, but so
it wouldn't change that.
The Jews were waiting for him. The Jews
weren't waiting.
The Jews used to use. They used to say to the, isn't it? They used to say to the pagans, "Wait until our prophet comes."
But the only evidence you have that Jews were waiting for a prophet.
Anyway, I don't want to discuss. Let's go to this. Who is this prophet? Let's stick to the point.
Jewish understanding, I believe. Let me just. I don't like to misrepresent. I believe it's talking about the Messiah.
And then explain to me who the Shiloh is as well. That'd be lovely.
Who the what is?
The Shiloh, where it says, it says the prophethood and the royal scepter shall remain in the house of David until the Shiloh comes, and all the dominion will be with him. Who is the Shiloh? Who's going to come outside of the house of David? That would be an interesting one.
So what verse is that? Just so I love Muslims now. Our book's better than we do. It's incredible. What verse is that? It's a much smaller book.
Google is your friend.
We can do what we want at a time, I think.
Yeah.
Let me just get back.
Oh man, battery's
I'll find the Charlotte.
Yeah, you find the Charlotte.
I've got a charger.
What time do you have to work?
I can be flexible with that.
Should we give it 15 minutes? Is that all right?
Just okay. Okay.
Maybe the best 15 minutes in your life.
Because like I said, all the questions I'm asking you, the Christians will claim Isaiah 42 is Jesus. They'll also claim the Shiloh is Jesus also. and it's ridiculous. Why? First of all, Jesus has no claim to the house of David. That's the first point. Because the two verses they try to claim in Matthew and Luke with regards to genealogy got nothing to do with Mary. Both genealogies of Joseph. Who cares who Joseph's genealogy is? It's got nothing to do with Jesus.
So just to come back to from the Jewish perspective, so I did recheck and my memory was right. So there's two opinions in Jewish thought who it's talking about. One is Cyrus the Great, which is the Ibn Ezra, who is one of our greatest scholars, probably the equivalent of Ibn Kathir. He attributes this verse to be talking about Cyrus.
And he made the city of Medina sing.
He conquered huge, vast areas.
Did he make the city of Medina sing?
It doesn't say anywhere the city of Medina in the text.
No, it says Salah.
It says Salah, but you're saying that's the city of Medina.
Where is Salah?
Salah's a mountain.
It's a mountain in Medina.
So geographically specific.
Again,
and when it's linked to the
Cyrus never went to Medina.
Kedar.
So again, we have. It may be called Salah today, but there are Salahs are very common.
Who are your two claims? Cyrus and who else?
Cyrus and the other one is the Jewish Messiah who we're waiting for.
So he's not come yet?
So he's not come yet, yeah.
Okay. And Shiloh?
So give me the verse. Let's come on to that one.
No. You've given me the hard part.
You're kind of jumping around. We can do one at a time.
All right. Should we go definitive on Isaiah? Okay, let's deal with it a bit more.
So from this perspective, it sets the context in the first verse of who it's talking about, because it says my chosen one. In 42:1, and then further down it gives context from a Jewish perspective that this is a light unto the nations, which is why the most common view is that it's the Messiah. And then you have a minority opinion that says actually it's Cyrus, which is outside of the consensus. But you're saying who made the...
What I will say to you on this, I'll be honest, when I first read this, to me, there was a separation. For me, it looked like 42:1 to 10 is one messenger, and the 42:10 onwards is another. Where God says, and sing another song, meaning there's another messenger.
Another language.
So what I'm saying is, and if you just look at what this messenger did, I'm asking you again, this Cyrus guy, if he did it, then he did it. He made the deserts rejoice with his coming. He made some place called Selah sing, and he was a mighty warrior, and he defeated the idolaters.
Do you accept that the Messiah is someone anointed by God?
Cyrus was a Persian king.
The Messiah is someone anointed by God.
No, I just want to know.
Mashiach in Hebrew means anointed one. I think there's something like 39 instances in the Tanakh where people are anointed. Cyrus is actually an anointed one. Cyrus was, just like the royal family today has oil when they're coronated.
Sure.
That's all it means in Hebrew.
So would a prophet be also a...
So a prophet would have to be anointed with oil from the Jewish understanding to have the title Mashiach, because all it means is anointed one or leader. A leader. A Jewish leader would have to be anointed, just like the royal family here is anointed.
So it's actually a very general term, man.
It's a very general term. Mashiach. It's misunderstood.
We know that. We know that.
Better for us.
And for us, it's not.
That's why we like to use you guys.
But one of the things I do find really interesting when having these conversations with Muslims is we started the conversation by saying, do you believe that the Torah that we have today has been corrupted? And I think you both said yes, it has. If you didn't say that, I apologise, because I doubt that's what you said. For us, we can never bring a proof from a corrupted source. So, for instance, if you have a court case and someone's been proven to be a liar, someone's been found to be a liar, you can't bring them as a witness because they're unreliable.
But that's not the position.
So one of the things I find really interesting, because I often get things like, but it says Mahmadim in the Song of Solomon, so it must be talking about Muhammad, Mahmadim, Muhammad. What people don't understand is that in Hebrew, Hayat Mahmad is actually my darling animal, my pet. It's a very common name. It's a common word. It just means darling or beloved.
Most words, if you take any name and translate it, it'll have some meaning like that.
No. So all I was trying to say was
you shouldn't. You brought it up. Exactly. See, Muhammadin. Why translate the name then?
It's not Muhammadin. It's not Muhammadin.
Whatever it is. Why translating it? Why translate its meaning? Why translate a name into a meaning?
It's not a name. Is it? If you read it in the context, no, it's.
All right. Anyway,
is it not a noun? It's not a noun in the context.
And no, in the context, yes, it's describing, it's saying my darling, my beloved.
Right.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
But most names will translate to something like that, isn't it?
So again,
like for example, Jacob. Jacob. What does that translate to?
James.
Jacob,
Not.
You struggle with God.
yeah, and also.
I thought it was deceiver, wasn't it?
No, he struggled with God.
Wasn't it deceiver? It's deceiver.
It's not.
When he is wrestling with God.
Yeah.
It tells you
Is
why
it?
he's
One
called
of the-
Jacob.
okay.
He has struggled with God. He wrestled with God one night, and he said, "Now I name you Jacob."
But anyway, I think we're getting so the only.
No. What I'm saying is the names have meaning, isn't it?
But I'm saying that in that instance.
So, for example, if you translated,
It's not a name,
It's
though.
not a
He's saying it's
name.
not a name.
no, okay.
He wrestled with God.
Look.
Jacob wrestled with God.
It's hard. What does that mean?
Amazing.
Isaac. What does it mean? So if you translate, no, what I'm saying is, if you translate his name, it's something like one who laughed or something like that. So if you translate names, you're never going to get names.
Yeah, but he's not. He's saying it's not a name.
not a name.
It's not
But
a
he just
name.
said, no, you just asked him the
He
question.
might have done.
No,
But that word is not a name.
He asked the
And
question.
also, just on that actual verse is talking about God. It's a love poem to God. So if you actually do say that this word here is, you're bordering on idolatry, it's getting a little problematic. Are you ascribing Muhammad divine character? But what I wanted to say with that is I shouldn't have brought up Matt because it's a
another
tangent.
thing, yeah.
It's a tangent. Why I was bringing that up was if I believed that the Torah had been corrupted, it's absolutely bizarre then to try and bring a proof for my own beliefs from what I believe to be a corrupted source. It's one of the things I never understood with like the people who are really engaged.
So what you're saying is basically a Christian who deals with a Muslim shouldn't use the Quran.
No, I'm saying a Muslim who
Other way
deals
around.
with Jews and a Muslim who deals with Christians
If he said
shouldn't use the Torah.
Okay, first thing, I didn't use the Torah. I asked your understanding of it.
Okay, but I'm saying.
Right. Now, and second thing.
And I gave my answer, and you said
No, I didn't.
Okay, sorry,
No,
I
I didn't.
misunderstood.
No, I didn't.
I apologise.
What did I say? Okay, listen carefully. Okay. Something's corrupted doesn't mean it's all corrupted. Some of it's corrupted. Okay. How will you know what's corrupted or not? We need a mechanism to test it, isn't it? So we as Muslims, we have the criterion, the Quran, to test the previous revelation to see what is corrupted and what isn't. Yeah? So if it says something that goes against what the Quran teaches, the Quran is the authority for us Muslims. So we can use your book. If the Quran says, for example, in your book you'll find such and such a thing, we have no issues in looking in your book to find such and such a thing. Right? No, but I'm asking you, because you do read this book, and because you're a Jew and you're not a Christian, like I said to you, if I ask a Christian who is the prophet of Isaiah 42:10, they'll say Jesus, without batting an eyelid, without ever reading the verse, right? Now, you have come up with Cyrus, is it?
So the Radak, I believe, said it was, no, the Radak said it was the Messiah, and the Ibn Ezra says it was Cyrus, yeah.
So it's the Messiah who's not yet come.
From one opinion, and the other opinion is
right. So to understand it, so as from a Jewish perspective, Isaiah 42 is telling of a man who's going to come, who's going to make the desert rejoice, make a city called Selah sing, a place called Selah sing with joy. He's going to defeat, he's going to come as a mighty warrior, yeah, and he's going to turn the idolaters back in utter shame, okay.
With a new song.
You mentioned the numbers of the
Right, now listen. Now here's the amazing thing. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
10,000.
right? No, don't forget that. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made the deserts rejoice. He made the city of Selah, which is Medina, sing. He came as a mighty warrior, and he turned the idolaters back in utter shame. So the four qualities that you're waiting for somebody to come to fulfill have been fulfilled.
So again. So according to the mainstream Jewish opinion, it's coming from within the Jewish people. That's the first issue because it uses.
No. Forget that.
Okay,
go on. Listen.
Is this the same what you were saying with Sam Shamoon?
Even he mentioned the warriors, it's 10,000.
Sam Shamoon. You're saying he'll quote something out of context. And
No.
Listen. Ask the question about the light to the nations.
Yeah. Let's go definitive on that.
The reference is saying that he will be a light to the nations.
So
Is
the
that
reference
right?
is saying.
I'm just so I'm not sort of talking on a dumb point.
And I made for you a people's covenant for a light to the nations. So I made for you a covenant. So it's saying you people,
as a light for the nations.
Yeah, for a light for the nations.
So what in that makes you think that the person who's going to be this light for the nations is from within that nation?
No, because whenever the Torah is, it's referring to a point in the 5 books of Moses. It's actually referring to a specific point.
I understand that the term light of the nations is talking about the people.
Yeah.
It's a metonym, if you like, for the people. But why does that make you think that the person who's going to be
Has to be from that nation.
has to be from that nation in that particular quote?
No, sorry. So I'll read the verse out. I am the Lord, I called you with righteousness, and I will strengthen your hand. And I formed you, and I made for a people's covenant, for a light to the nations. So it's actually referencing the covenant that was already made. It's referencing, it's going back to the 5 books of Moses. It's explicitly stating this is from the Jewish people. Does that make sense?
It doesn't, if I'm honest.
I think what he's asking is, does the Torah say that the Messiah will be Jewish?
So absolutely, he has to be from the house of Israel. Yeah. He has to be from the Jewish
have you got somewhere there where it says that?
So which Messiah? Are you expecting more than one? Or?
No, okay. So Judaism.
I don't believe that Jesus is Messiah.
Judaism is a vast religion, and the mainstream. So if you just follow.
And the reason for saying that is I know there are some quotes that are specific, and they talk about from within the Jewish community, but.
The house of Jesse.
Are you expecting only one Messiah? Or I know that some
we're expecting one Messiah.
And he will fulfill all of the qualities of these.
Yeah, we believe that the Messiah.
So again, so you're waiting for a Messiah that you believe comes from the children of Israel.
From the people of Israel.
Right. And he's going to make the deserts rejoice. Yeah.
So if this verse we're talking about is talking about the Messiah, then yes, it's.
No. What we're saying is, whoever this person is who's coming, yeah, whoever it is, he's going to make the deserts rejoice. Make the city of Selah sing.
No, a place called Selah.
Place called Selah sing.
Yeah.
He's going to come as a mighty warrior, and he's going to turn the idolaters back in utter shame. Yes.
Yeah.
These are the 4 qualities. These are the 4 qualities. So we now have to ask ourselves: has this person come yet or not? Now you're saying no, he hasn't. He's coming later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to make Medina sing, Selah sing? Now I'm going to go definitive on Selah. Selah is a mountain in Medina. And because of the association with the land of Kedar, which is the Arabian deserts, yeah, we know now whoever the Selah is referring to is the Selah in Medina. Now, when the Prophet Muhammad entered Medina on Hijrah, the people were singing.
طلع البدر علينا.
يا الله أكبر.
يصير يا بني قيل جاءكم
طلع البدر.
One second. So now we have a man who has fulfilled the criteria. Unless you're claiming. One second. Unless you're claiming he has to be Jewish. All right?
No, you're wrong. Can I clarify something?
Okay. Did Muhammad make the desert? Okay. First of all, what am I saying?
You're wrong.
Jonathan, please focus. All right. What am I saying just then? And what about what I said was wrong? So I'm going to say it again. So you're going to say I'm wrong. Wait.
I'm trying to tell you.
This is my claim. Muhammad he made the desert. Joseph. He made the deserts rejoice. He made a place called Selah sing with joy.
Have you been to the
Jonathan, can you relax, please?
Well, I've heard you say.
Jonathan, can you relax? No. You said I was wrong. So first of all, I'm going to Jonathan. I'm going definitive on what I said, and then I'm going definitive on what I said, and then you can tell me which portion of what I said was wrong. You can't just say I'm wrong when you're even telling me what I'm wrong about. So I'm going to say it again, Jonathan. All right, I'm going to say it again to you. No, you're interrupting. I'm going to say it again to you. Are you listening?
I heard it each time you said.
Oh, what did I say?
You said there's 4 things.
What are they?
I said there isn't.
There isn't 4.
There isn't. Wait on. It says the Messiah will bring world peace. Are you saying the last 1400 years is
Muhammad, we got world peace?
The Messiah will be world peace. So Muhammad did not bring world peace, so he's not the Messiah.
Are you the artful dodger number 2? That's got nothing to do with what I said.
Yes, I know. That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
4 things.
No, I didn't. I said no.
Things.
Don't misquote me, Jonathan. If you want to quote me, don't misquote me. I'll tell you exactly what I said because I said it. Are you listening? I'll say it to you. In Isaiah 42:10, it speaks of a prophet who will come, and it speaks of 4 qualities he will do. First quality, deserts will rejoice in his coming. Second quality, a place called Selah will sing for joy. Third quality, he will be a mighty warrior. Fourth quality, he will turn the idolaters back in utter shame. My claim, Muhammad made the deserts rejoice. The place called Sela is a mountain in Medina, yeah, which historically sang with joy on his hijrah when he migrated from Mecca to Medina. Okay, and he was a mighty warrior, and he did destroy the idols. So he fulfilled this criteria. Now, what I've just said to you, which part of that is wrong?
Okay, are you going to listen to me without interrupting?
I'm waiting now.
As far as I understand it, we were talking about the Messiah.
No, I didn't mention the Messiah. See, look, you just completely ignore what I said. Did I mention Messiah?
We've been talking about the Messiah.
Did I mention Messiah?
Yes, we've been talking about the Messiah.
I didn't mention Messiah. So you can't say I'm wrong because I mentioned Messiah when I didn't mention Messiah. Jonathan, please focus.
Have we been talking about the Messiah?
No. We did not mention Messiah in Isaiah 42:10. What you said. No. What you said. Here's where you got confused. Alex, no. Here's what you got confused. When I said, who is this person? Joseph did his research. He says, well, according to Jewish teachings, he quoted two guys. Who did you quote?
Dark and Ibn Ezra.
Dark and Ibn Ezra. All right. One claim it's Cyrus, whoever he was. So my question is, if it is this Cyrus, did he do those four things? Did he make the desert rejoice? Did he make the Medina sing? Any place called Selah sing? Did he come as a mighty warrior? And did he destroy the idols? I don't know. I don't know this guy. I've never heard of him, right? If he did, then you have a contest. You can contest what I'm saying.
Right? No, there's misunderstanding.
One second, Joseph. Right? One second, Jonathan, focus. 1 second. All right. And the second thing he said, if it's not this guy, Ibn Ezra said that. Ibn Ezra said that.
Yeah.
And what did the one guy say?
Ibn Ezra said Cyrus, and Radak said...
Ibn Radak?
Cyrus was a Persian king.
Ibn Radak, 1 second. Ibn Radak says...
Radak.
Ibn Radak.
Not Ibn, just Radak.
Radak said that this is talking about the Messiah who's yet to come. Right.
You see, he said Messiah.
No, I didn't. He said it.
Yes. So there's a misunderstanding here.
I know there is, Jonathan. That's why you need to focus.
Let's be nice to each other. If there's a misunderstanding, it's good to sort out.
Alhamdulillah. I have
been under the impression that we also talk about who.
No. Right at this point in time, I'm not mentioning Messiah.
Yes. Well, I didn't know that you.
Basically, all I was asking in Isaiah 42:10, who is this person mentioned?
Okay.
Two claims put forward from Jewish sources. One claim is this is Cyrus, and the other claim is it's the Messiah yet to come. Okay. Now, here's my question: if the people waiting for, they say he's not come yet someone has come and fulfilled these four criteria, why are you ignoring that person who's fulfilled those four criteria? Yeah?
Can I just... Can I jump in here?
That's what I was going to... Now, where the pool's got muddy here now is where Joseph's saying, but it's talking light to the nations, which is Jews, so basically means this is just for the Jews. That's what he's highlighting. So this is what we're contesting right now. But then what Imran is saying, where does it say that this person has to be Jewish to be a light to the Jews?
Can I just... So hands up if you've heard of the term confirmation bias. I'm sure everyone has because they all watch YouTube and it's the biggest buzzword at the moment. Confirmation bias, which basically means you see things that you've already got a bias towards. So I literally just spent the last 5 minutes reading the verses because one of the worst things I can do is misrepresent Judaism. And
which Bible are you using?
This is just using the actual Hebrew Bible.
Which one?
So we only have one Hebrew Bible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You can read the Hebrew.
Can
you read the Hebrew?
So yeah, if I say
no, can you read and understand?
Hebrew, yes.
You can understand it.
I can understand what I'm reading.
No, but can you? No.
Am I fluent? No, I'm not fluent.
No. There's a difference between reading something and, for example, I could read you about I don't know, a book from quantum physics, and using the words and spelling out the words, but I probably couldn't tell you what they meant.
So
and that's in English.
So in this verse, I can tell you what the words mean.
Go on, give me an example.
Shiru means singing. They sing to the Lord. Shir Kadash, a new song. I can read this.
What does that mean? What does sing a new song mean?
So shir means sing, so it just means sing.
What song?
And Khadash means new. So it could be any song.
Another language?
Obviously it's used.
Could it be another language?
No.
It could be another language.
No.
Why not?
I mean, it could be anything.
It could be another language.
Okay, it could mean literally anything.
So it could be another language.
No, but it doesn't mean.
It could do.
Nowhere in
your
the Tanakh.
Opinion, yes, in his opinion, no.
Hamza, with the greatest respect, nowhere.
No. Listen, with regards to what you just said, I've got no opinion. I don't know what he's talking about. He's quoting Hebrew here, man. So I'm asking him what he understands. Now he said to me it could mean when he said a new song, I said what could that mean? He said it could mean anything. So if he said to me it could mean anything, then according from what he's just said, it could mean another language. language.
It's using poetic language. The Quran is full of poetic language.
Right, so all I'm saying to you is that
that's what the song.
You kind of sidetracked me from the point.
No.
You asked me, can I read Hebrew? I replied yes. But what I was trying to get to was confirmation bias. So what you do when Muslims and Christians read the Tanakh, they're constantly looking for references to confirm their own faith, which is fine. We all agree that's what people are doing. You said that with the greatest respect.
With the greatest respect. With the greatest respect. No. With the greatest respect, I don't need to pick up a Bible, an Old Testament, a New Testament, a Torah, or anything to be a Muslim. Alhamdulillah. I don't need what you have.
But you just you said 2 seconds ago.
No, what you're saying.
The Quran tells me how to judge whether.
No. Not tell me.
That's what the song.
You. I'm not a Jew.
Okay,
you. So here's the thing. Listen. No. But this needs to go in, Joseph. I don't need to validate my belief with what you have.
Okay, fine.
Alhamdulillah. So don't think I need to look there to find things to support me.
So
I don't.
All I was saying, that's fine. You're the Old Testament. That's Mazel Tov. I'm happy for you. But what you're saying is that this verse here, you are looking for proof. Otherwise, we wouldn't have spent the last 30 minutes arguing. Because you're trying to convince me with my book to become Muslim, yeah?
Okay, first thing, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. All I've simply...
Then why are we having this debate for 30 minutes?
Shall I tell you why?
It's too late.
Okay, where have I tried to force my opinion on you?
I never said force my opinion.
Right. So what am I doing? All I've done is this. Because what was intriguing about this conversation, because I don't really speak to Jews in this way.
Yeah.
All right? I know we spoke in the past, here and there. And we spoke on Facebook here and there. Okay, but I don't really do this. Now, whenever I speak to a Christian about these matters, they say Jesus is Isaiah 42:10, Jesus is the Shiloh, Jesus is Deuteronomy 18:18, Jesus. All right, okay. So what intrigued me is where they can fit Jesus in because they believe in Jesus. Am I trying to understand as a Jew what you do in that situation?
Okay, so fine. So then I said what we did, and then you said no.
The Jews claim that too.
I just listened to you. I said the Jewish understanding is talking about Cyrus or the Messiah,
right?
And then you tried to convince me that it's Muhammad.
No, I didn't.
It's clarifying.
No, I didn't.
You said who else is it talking about?
No, what I said is this. Look, if you say to me,
sorry, I'm really confused. I literally just been arguing with myself.
So he gave you what he said was that how do those people that you've said this possibly could be from your understanding from the history of from Ibn Ezra? You said that this is what he said.
Can I just ask a really straight question? Yeah. Are you trying to convince me or not convince me that this verse is talking about Muhammad?
We're checking to see how those people that you quoted fulfill the criteria that
Okay, great. And this is where I was going to go. In that same verse, there are a number of things that have been missed out from this conversation, yeah? Because what people do when they look for confirmation bias, they look for the things that they already agree with. And so you believe that Salah is Mecca, or Medina, sorry. You believe it's Medina or Mecca?
Medina.
Do you accept it is or not?
No.
You don't? Where do you believe it is?
So most of the places, we don't even know where Sinai is. Most of the places outside of Israel, we've lost the meaning of where
Is there a mountain called Salah in Medina?
There's many mountains around the world called Salah.
Where?
So I'm sure if I go on the internet I'll find many. It's very
associated with the land of Kedar.
So again, you make the connection.
It's quite specific geographically what it's talking about.
We'll never fight that.
What was that quote from Isaiah? Those 4 things you said.
Yeah, so read 42:10 onwards.
Can I just get back to what I was saying? Basically, verse 10 starts with "Sing to the Lord a new song. His praise from the end of the earth. Those who go down to the sea."
His praise from the end of the earth.
It means the entire world.
Alhamdulillah.
Those who go down to the sea.
Do the Jews preach to the whole world?
We're supposed to, yeah.
Really?
What it means
we ought to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We ought to.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Some of us do a little bit. We should do it more.
Okay, but never knew that.
Judaism
only wants to Israel.
No, not proselytizing to Judaism. To believe in God.
To believe, yeah.
Oh, not to become Jews though.
But
no, to believe in one God.
Hamza, there's hope for you.
Okay,
you can take the Jewish Shahada. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu.
Listen, you're still in infant school, mate. I'm in university. Don't worry.
Really?
Yeah.
Like we're 3,500 years. You're only 14.
Like I said, you're in infant school. I'm in university. You're stuck in infant school, mate. You're stuck in year 7.
Anyway,
we've moved on.
Chest banging aside. It goes on to say, his praise from the end of the earth, those who go down to the sea and those therein, the islands and their inhabitants. So that's the first verse which sets the context. Yeah? It's talking about seas, it's talking about islands, and what you do. Understandably so, you focus on one bit which you think you can make to mean language because it says sing a new song, so maybe that could mean language. The verses in between that you skip over, you gloss over, and then you jump into the part which you believe that reinforces that it's about Muhammad, yeah? Which is the
Can I say this to you again, please? I'm asking you. I'm not making a claim here. My original question.
I answered 30 minutes ago.
Right, you
I
answered.
said the Jewish understanding
Is that?
is Cyrus.
Right. So what I'm going to do now from that answer, I want to go find out who Cyrus was and did he fulfill what he should be doing.
Okay.
All right, that's
so
first
talking
thing.
about Cyrus the Great, you could Google
so that's one
what
thing.
his impact was on the place called Salah, and that's.
Well, basically, we'll just look at what he did. No. Did he claim to be a messenger of God? Let's link it to that first.
It's not saying he's claiming to be a messenger of God.
Oh my God.
Where does it say the word messenger? Sorry, where does it say the word messenger?
So you're saying God's not sending this person?
So where does it say?
Is God sending this person or not?
Where does it say?
Is God sending him?
So in Judaism, the idea of prophecy is very different.
Is God sending
we don't
him?
have messengers. We don't.
Is
have
God
messengers.
sending him?
We don't have messengers that were sent. That's Islam.
Hang on. I'd say yes.
Moses wasn't.
Yes.
Moses was a prophecy. He had a prophecy.
Who told you to worship one God?
Hang on.
So
Who gave you that message? Who gave you that message?
Who
gave you that message?
Hamza, can I? Is there a difference between a prophet and a messenger? In Islam,
Who gave you the message?
In Islam,
Who told you about the Garden of Eden?
in Islam, is there a difference between a prophet and a messenger?
Okay.
Is there a difference between a prophet and a messenger?
Listen. Stay what you're talking about.
Exactly.
No, it's very important because you're using Islam.
Is God sending that person or not? Does God send people?
Can I answer?
In Judaism, no.
No. All right.
Can I answer? Regarding Cyrus, yes, it was prophesied when the Jews were taken to
Who's Cyrus?
I'll answer your question.
I want to know about him.
Cyrus the Great.
Who was
I'll
he?
tell you.
Tell me about him.
Military leader.
Okay, hang on.
He was a
Okay.
king.
I'm going to answer. When the Jews were taken to exile in
Was he
Babylon,
Jewish?
do you want to hear the answer?
Not him then, is it?
Do you want to hear the answer? Do you want to hear the answer? I'm trying to
was a
answer.
Not for you, it's not. He's not Jewish.
Be reasonable.
According to
Be
the
reasonable.
So he's wrong, isn't he, your mate?
Be
My
reasonable.
mate's wrong.
Yeah. You just said it's Cyrus, and you said
I said according to the Radak.
Cyrus was a Persian king.
It wouldn't be Cyrus.
it can't be him.
Sorry,
Can I ask a question? Sorry.
Ibn Ezra says it's him, it relaxes it isn't.
All right, but Ibn Ezra's.
Can I ask a related question?
Yeah, go on.
How did Ibn Ezra come to the conclusion that this non-Jewish person could have been the person in this? If you said that actually no, it has to be Jewish.
So again, that's why the Radak says otherwise. It's because
No, but how did he come to that conclusion?
My question was about how did Ibn Ezra come to that?
I don't know.
because that was the.
Was he a great scholar, Ibn Ezra?
He was a great
So
scholar.
he must have had some bit profound knowledge.
That's useful to know. Because what it would mean is the possibility that this person can be a non-Jew is viable.
It's a viable, but the mainstream opinion isn't with the Ibn Ezra. I just brought two opinions because they're the two opinions.
Well, no, but the other opinion is we don't. He's not come yet. It's not a great opinion either, is
No,
it?
but listen, Hamza, by that definition, sing to the Lord a new praise. It's praise from the end of the earth. Those who go down to the sea and those therein. So it's literally saying everybody will be a monotheist. But that's not happened. Muhammad didn't make everyone.
Well, quarter of the planet. Quarter of the planet's still going. Go on, carry on.
No, but it's really.
Quarter of the planet's still going.
Really, really important.
Yeah.
Because it's saying for this.
I think there's an
person,
adhan in every country of the world today. I would say so.
Moses was not a messenger, is he?
Switzerland.
No, they'll be in Switzerland.
Is it Switzerland where they banned it?
Just the minarets, not the
Can I just give you that one? I want to give you that one. Let me tell you about. I want to tell you about Switzerland very quickly because it's a nice little story. All right. There was a guy called Daniel Streich. Daniel Streich. Listen in very quickly. We're going to go pray anyway. Daniel Streich from the Swiss People's Party, which is like the Swiss version of the BNP, and he was the one who created this mandate to ban minarets on mosques in Switzerland. Yeah. So this is what he did. His party, a bit like Geert Wilders in Holland. All right. So what happened was he went in the Quran to find more things to use to attack Islam with. Yeah. And subhanallah, he embraced Islam. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
There's Daniel Streich. Listen. And what happened was a referendum went through and they did ban the minaret.
So has this got anything to do with what we're talking about?
So right back to
No, because this is where you brought this funny quip that there's no adhan in Switzerland where you're completely wrong.
No, you said it's everywhere in the world, so I just asked.
You acted a bit funny where there's none in Switzerland.
You guys are reading emotions.
I thought I'd just throw that back to you.
Fine.
And I thought I'd throw it back to you, not just throw it back to you. I thought slap it back to you.
Okay, perfect.
So
Well done.
complete opposite of what you claim.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. All I was trying to say with that is, when I was talking about confirmation bias before, is we look for things that confirm our own beliefs.
Yeah.
You guys both Muslim. You believe that the Torah, according to the Quran, prophesies the coming of Muhammad. Yeah. So when you read a verse, if you can interpret it in an Islamic way, You're going to, because
I wouldn't agree with that. I said if it's reasonable from the verse.
No.
So what I'm saying is that verse, if you were to just read it abstractly, the short meaning, there's the simple meaning, the straight meaning. It says for it to be the true person, the entire world, is effectively the language it's using, is going to be monotheist. Now that isn't the case today, and we're 1400 years.
Where does it say that? Where does it say that?
What it says is that the praises will be
people will be praising God all over the world.
So it doesn't mean everyone will be singing the praises. So you could have.
You go to any. I told you, to any country of the world today, there'll be an adhan going somewhere. Someone will be praying Fajr today, somewhere in the world.
Yeah. Islam is going like a fire. I was shocked when he saying that Moses was not a messenger.
No, I don't know. That's another.
It's an Arabic, it's an Islamic concept. We have prophets, and you have different degrees of.
What's the difference between a messenger and a prophet?
We don't have a messenger and prophet. We just have prophecy.
Well, all right, so prophet.
A prophet. So a prophet. There are different degrees of prophecy.
Okay.
So you have people like King David, who had a very low, it's almost like divine inspiration when they wrote their...
All right.
Now,
who's the Shiloh? So you never got back to that either.
Sorry, I haven't come to that. You jump around like a fish.
It's quite deep as well, though.
He was asking a question, and you stopped him asking the question.
What question was he asking?
He was clarifying about prophecy, the different prophets.
No, but I'm not going to get somebody as a messenger or prophet.
Well, you asked him.
No. What did I say? What did I say about it? I said to him.
What's the difference?
No. I said to you. Is God sending this person in this verse?
So in Judaism,
a prophet.
In Judaism,
is this one mentioned in? Is he a prophet mentioned?
The idea of prophecy in Judaism is very different.
Is there any prophets after Moses?
In Islam, a prophet is chosen.
Any prophets after Moses?
Can I answer your question? You asked me a question.
Why are you telling me about Islam? Don't stop telling me about Islam. You're talking about Judaism, mate.
If you ask me a question, let me answer in my own way, please.
But you're telling me about Islam. Why?
Are you interested in my answer?
No, here's the problem. No. Joseph, what you're doing?
Are you interested in my answer?
No, Joseph. Joseph, I am. I'm thoroughly interested.
Okay, so let me
but here's the thing. Here's the thing is, you're jumping on something here, all right? Because I said messenger, and you're trying to make this big deal about this messenger.
Can I explain this?
All I asked, just answer my simple question, please. I said, this is what I said again, and you jumped all over this. I said to you, the one mentioned in Isaiah 42:10, is God going to send him?
So again, does
God send prophets?
So again, let me answer.
All right.
Please let me answer.
Right.
Please let me answer. In Judaism, the concept of prophecy isn't something where God picks a person and sends them a message. Prophecy is something that an individual works up to. There's a book called Moreh Nevuchim by the Rambam. Have you heard of Maimonides? Where he talks people through the Jewish idea of prophecy. I really recommend reading it because it explains it. But basically, an individual works their way up to a certain level. So Musa, Ibrahim, they were on a very high spiritual level. They discovered monotheism by themselves. They worked on themselves, and they received prophecy once achieving a certain level of wisdom or intellect. And this is the Jewish understanding of prophecy. So when
did I say prophecy?
You said messenger.
I didn't.
That doesn't necessarily.
You said messenger. Why are we talking about?
I'll tell you what I said, Joseph. I'll tell you what I said. I said the one mentioned in 42:10. Did God send him?
And I said the idea of sending a messenger is an Islamic idea.
Who sent Moses then?
Quoting the Torah though.
I'm just asking. Is the person spoken about in Isaiah 42:10, is he sent by God or not? That's all I'm asking. And he's saying we don't have messengers. And he's jumping into some previous argument he's had with a Muslim about prophets and messengers.
It's certainly not in the same wavelength there.
All I'm asking is very, very simple. Because if the one mentioned in Isaiah 42:10 is sent by God, then it's not Cyrus. Halas. Very, very simple.
I personally am not bothered.
Well, you should be bothered because God is talking about messengers.
I already believe in all three holy books. And thank you for pointing out that bit about. Thank you for pointing out that bit of clarifying about clear verses. I'll have to reread.
No, it's good too because
I'll have to reread.
What did I say about answering Islam? No. What I said to you is very simple. They cut off the verses.
They don't believe in that.
They'll just say the one part. The Quran is clear, but they don't forget the second part. To be honest with you, I'm going to use that now on Quranis next time I see them. Anyway, right, I'll repeat my question just so you understand it.
We have to go.
The one mentioned in Isaiah 42:10, is it a prophet of God or not?
The one mentioned, is it a prophet?
Is it a prophet of God or not?
So again, it depends what you mean by prophet.
How your understanding of it is.
So do I believe there's going to be a new set of laws for people? No, absolutely not.
Right, did Harun bring a new set of laws for the people?
Harun was Aaron was
Aaron.
a prophet.
Aaron, prophet.
Of course he was a
He had
prophet.
prophecy, but we don't believe he's a prophet.
Moses made him a prophet.
No, he didn't have. So again, in Judaism, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, what is the definition of a prophet?
No, I'm asking you.
What's it mean for?
You're using, we have something called Navi, and there's certain.
Navi, is that Nabi?
Yeah,
Nabi.
That's the same. We have the same word in Arabic.
Yeah. But the difference is that we have certain people that are called Navi. So for example,
so do we.
So for example, was David not called a Navi?
So no, he had divine providence. I think it was what was his level?
But anyway,
I'm sure that was
many righteous people.
Where's Godwin? He'll know the answer to that.
Many righteous people are not called Navi, right? Even though they were great people, and you might call them messenger, or not messenger.
What's the difference between Nabi and
prophet?
Okay.
But in Judaism, we wouldn't use that word.
So for instance,
it's just a misunderstanding in terminology. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's why I said that.
That's why you have to clarify.
My question was this: Isaiah 42:10. Is that person mentioned there a prophet of God, sent by God, godly person, or what?
Well, that depends on your definition. So
What is your understanding of? Sorry,
I mean, I haven't defined it. There's certain people I know are Navi because that's what they're called, and certain people are not because that's what they're not called. If you want to say it is a
Nabi sent
then define it, and I'll tell you if it's a Navi.
A Nabi sent by God.
Is a Navi sent by God? Yeah, of course.
A prophet sent by God.
Yeah, sure.
Would a pagan king be sent by God?
Actually, yes.
again,
Created.
What's his name?
Saul.
Aaron was Nabi. Aaron.
Job was also.
Was Cyrus a pagan?
Yes.
Did he worship idols?
No. He wasn't Jewish.
No, did he worship idols?
Persia.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
But he wasn't Jewish. He wasn't Jewish.
No, I didn't say that, did I? I said
He's Persian.
because this person in Isaiah 42 is going to destroy idolatry. So the likelihood is that whoever this person is monotheistic.
Let me give you an example why. Okay, so there is a certain, what's his name? Bilam or Balak? Which was
Balaam.
Bilam was a novel.
Balaam, the one who
changed the laws.
Stubborn ass. So the story is that basically he was considered a Navi because he had some sort of communication with God. Right, that doesn't mean that he was a good person, right? I mean, it was not considered a good person.
So God,
He changed the dietary laws.
yeah, we know that. Sexual immorality. Talking sexual immorality.
So the problem is you could call him a Navi, but a prophet, but it doesn't mean that he's a good person. So that kind of, you have to define what you're saying when you want to say prophet.
Didn't say good person. Here's the problem you see. I'm asking a simple question.
You're making
In Isaiah 42:10.
I can't hear two people, so you go.
Just relax a second. Just relax a second. In Isaiah 42:10, God is speaking about someone being sent who's going to do this, going to do that, going to do this, going to do that. So that says to me.
Does it say sent or just as a servant?
No, it doesn't say sent. I don't think it
I
says
don't think it
servant.
says sent. I think it says
It
servant.
says chosen. It says
I'm having this conversation.
It says my chosen one.
Are you really arguing over that?
No, I don't know. I don't know because I read it because somebody came out, a Muslim guy.
Servant of who? Servant of who?
Servant of God.
And why is he coming? Because God told him to.
Well,
Why are you arguing about that?
I don't get it.
Okay. Why are you so picky about that?
I'm not picky. I don't mind. You know what? Let's say he is.
All right. Let me rephrase.
I don't know where
No. What I'm going to say.
It's just that we have terminology.
All right.
If you want to call him a prophet,
I'm going to say it. I'm going to call him a
prophet.
I'm going to say it as unambiguous as possible. Ready? I got it. Is the one mentioned in Isaiah 42:10 a servant of God?
Yes, it says so.
Yes?
It says so.
Yes? Was Cyrus a servant of God?
No.
Yes.
No.
It
was not.
Oh, yes?
You're right, hang on.
It was Persian.
I can explain this. In the Torah,
worship
where
of
the
fire.
Jews are... Hang on.
These are worse than Christians.
Do you want to hear the answer?
The Persian worship
Do you want to hear the
fire.
answer?
I do.
Do you want to hear the answer? When the Jews, I trust this book, were taken to exile in Babylon,
I know that.
then the land was taken over by the Persian Medes.
Yeah.
We were told that we'd be in exile for 70 years,
Right.
and then we'd be allowed back.
Right.
70 years later, King Cyrus gave us permission to return.
Right.
So we believe that God had ordained it. Now, I don't know whether Cyrus knew that he was doing God's work, but God did work through him.
Did Cyrus worship idols?
I don't know. It doesn't say so.
Do you accept?
I don't think it
Do you
says so.
accept if Cyrus was an idolater?
No, I don't know if he was or not.
No. I didn't say that, did I? You know the word did. If.
Well, it can mean two ways. It can mean if he did.
If means in the event of. In the event of. All right. Let's see what.
In the event of.
Right.
Good,
Okay. So in the event of,
Cyrus
was in fact an idolater, then he cannot be the one mentioned here, because the one mentioned here is going to destroy idolatry.
The Persian worship of fire.
Yes, I would agree.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
And also Ibn Ezra has given the opinion that
So now, according to Ibn Ezra, It doesn't have to be Jewish. Because Cyrus wasn't Jewish.
So I just feel like this has been the most futile.
Oh, I loved it, mate. Brilliant, mate. Oh, loved it.
No one's listened to anybody.
No, we have. Don't worry. When you watch this on YouTube, you'll see how beautiful it was.
What do you mean after you edit it to make it less?
Okay, Joseph, we don't edit nothing, mate.
So you're going to put this 1.5 hour.
Bang! We might split it into 2 parts.
No, you listen.
We might split it into 2 parts because the subject kind of changed halfway. So we got wife beating as one part, and then the section part will be Isaiah 42:10, who is the.
But you know, just as a last point.
Can I say something?
This is what Jonathan said.
Because
Jonathan's very profound.
you did say that you're going to use.
I'm going to take your question on.
You did say you're going to use me as like cutting bits off, things like that, or something like that. Use me as an example of cutting bits off, quoting something.
No. What I said to you. No. I didn't say that. When did I say that?
Well, that's what I thought.
Are you listening to this conversation?
Well, I'm just saying that's what I thought.
Stop hearing these things, man. I'm not saying these things. Relax, right? I'm straight as you get me, yeah? None of
I know that.
Okay, listen.
I know that.
Nothing's edited.
Yeah.
We don't cut anything out.
That's good.
What will happen sometimes is that the conversation will switch subject.
Yeah.
So because we only come here 5 weeks, every 5 weeks,
yeah.
So what we do, because our subscribers, like 21,000 subscribers, mashallah, right? They're hungry for our videos. So what we have to do is, because we only done 2 videos today.
Yeah.
This one's probably 1.5 hours. So we'll probably put one video up about wife beating, for example. That'll be episode 1 in this conversation. And it'll fade out, and then it'll fade back in the episode 2. But nothing is removed.
At the middle point, so like nothing will be missed.
Nothing will be missed. The second part will probably start with a little bit of the first part as well.
Okay.
He's very, very good at our editor in that sense. But listen, we've got no interest here in.
Can I ask you a genuine question?
Just one second. He's going to ask you one question. But here's the thing, you see. Let's just say we did edit it, yeah? We thought that didn't sound good, yeah? Do you know how many cameras are flipping recording here?
Yeah. No, the only reason I see you going to edit because I think it's going to be the most mind-numbing video. Like,
do you know how?
I can promise you, no one will watch it.
Joseph, here's the thing, you see. The amount of times I've had conversations in this part, right, and they've been the craziest conversations, and I'm thinking, what's the point in that, yeah? When we watch it, man, it's profound. Alhamdulillah. So many points get made.
Points came up in the conversation.
Points you've missed, you'll see, oh my God, I didn't think about that. You know why? Because you can reflect on these points of what we've said. For example, my man here, Jonathan, is honest enough to admit the verse he used about the Quran being clear, he didn't realise there was a second part to it. Which is fair.
Yes.
And he's acknowledged that. And he even thanked me for showing that. It wasn't me who showed him, someone else showed him. I didn't know that.
Yeah. There are so many bits in brackets, it's so confusing to read.
No. Okay. Can I recommend the Quran to you then? Can I recommend the Quran with no brackets? Marmaduke Pixel. You'll love it. Why will you love it? Because he was an author before he embraced Islam. Englishman, all right, embraced Islam. He was an author. They begged him to do a version of the Quran. He didn't like the way that other translators of the Quran would put things in brackets. And what they would do, they would give their interpretation of the meaning in the actual words. Oh, there you go. Bismillah. Marmaduke Pixel.
All right. Who's this from?
Yours.
No.
Yours.
We've got to go and he wants to ask a question.
This is a profound question though, man. He's been building up to this, man.
It's not a big question.
Can I just hear his question quickly?
Right, what I wanted to know.
All right. Joseph, it's been a pleasure.
Right.
Jonathan, as always. All the pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
Hajj is our pilgrimage. We say there's no God but Allah. And Muhammad is his final messenger. The ones on thee know it's a sacrifice, but it's a small price to pay for all the rewards we'll get from Allah. Inshallah. They wanna know about Islam, we'll give them da'wah. They wanna know what a Muslim does, we'll give them da'wah. When they wanna hate on our deen, we'll give them da'wah. Who's the one and only? Nobody but Allah.